Hello, so my name is Amy, Activation Amy, and I am here today to let you know a little bit about my program that is coming up, the Confident Lightworker Activation. And this is a 6-month journey for lightworkers to take them from feeling stuck, procrastinating, doubting themselves, doubting their gifts and abilities, and to activating their light language, working with their angels and guides, trusting in themselves, powerfully showing up in the world and sharing their gifts, speaking their truths, shining their lights brightly, and calling in their amazing soul clients. And of course, starting to accept financial exchange for their gifts and services. So first of all, I'm going to let you know a little bit about why I created this program. So my story is I was in the corporate world for about 15 to 16 years. I left that to start my own business. It didn't work the first time. Okay, now there were many lessons and growth opportunities there. And within a year, I found myself back in another full-time job situation, right? And during that time, in this particular role where I was working in a warehouse, I was also building my business up. I had lots of amazing gifts to share that I'd cultivated over, a few years. So I trained as a transformational life coach. I'm an angelic Reiki master practitioner. I am a light language activation channel, as I've said before. That was something that came through naturally. But there were lots of things that, I did over several years to really work on myself. And I knew that I was ready. I knew that I had this calling when I was working in this warehouse. And I'd already had a taste of being full-time, right? Of doing my business full-time. But I was still holding myself back energetically, right? And it wasn't until I really did start putting myself out there in the world, really showing up consistently and letting the world know what it was that I had to offer. And I've now had my own successful full-time healing business for 2.5 years. So my gift is light language. So it's supporting people in working from their hearts and to having confidence in their own channeling abilities. Because the thing is, you already have all of the answers right now. And I can see now in hindsight, one of the major things that kept me stuck on this journey was really looking outside of myself for the answers. And what this program is going to do is it's going to teach you to tune in and to tap into your own creativity as to how you're meant to speak your truth and share your gifts in the unique way that you're meant to do it in the world. Because we've all got, let's call it, a spiritual business blueprint, right? That is very natural to us, and it's how we best love to serve. Because let's call it marketing. I don't really like that term, but it's more you sharing your heart. Okay, your marketing is meant to be an extension of what it is that you're already doing. Okay, it's not separate from it. And that's a big part of what I see in the spiritual entrepreneurial world, is that you've got your healing modality or whatever it is that you offer. You've got your coaching, right? So a typical one, I just wanted to do coaching. I didn't want to do all the social media and this marketing stuff. But the thing is, you're making it separate, right? And it's when we make something separate that it doesn't flow, because we're making it harder than what it actually is. And it's actually not hard, because when you start to channel and you start to share yourself and speak in a way that is from your heart, which is why I use light language in this program. I activate your light language to help you to do that. It then becomes easy. It then becomes in flow. It then feels in alignment. It doesn't feel like you're doing marketing or promoting or selling or any of that. It's just talking about what you do, right? In a way that is joyful and in a way that is passionate. So the first thing that we're going to do, okay, during our 6 months together, there are some bonuses and pre-work in there. But the first thing that we're going to start to do together is we are going to work on your connection with the angelic realm, okay, and work on your channeling abilities, yeah. And the reason that we're going to do that is because I really believe in the power of surrender. Yes, it's about taking action, but there's also something more at play here. And when we start to work with the angels, with the angelic realm, it really feels like you're surrendering. Like, you know that you've done your part and you're asking them to support you in what's the next best step for me, right? And it's going to feel good. There may be some nervousness around it, there may be some resistance around it, and that's what I'm going to be here for during that time, to support you with that. So in the first 1 to 2 months, we're also going to be activating your light language, or if you're already a light language channel, we're going to be learning how to work with it for the purpose of healing. Okay, so light language is heart language. It's a language that transcends connection, right, in terms of the human connection as we know it. Okay, so we tend to connect a lot through speech, through language, right, through the way that we interact with one another. But the problem with human language is that it's very, very linear, okay, and it doesn't really fully express the full range of what it is that we're actually feeling, okay, and it doesn't express well spiritual energy, right, which is what light language does. So imagine if there was a way that your clients or your students, or whoever it is that you're holding space for, could, when you did like a Reiki session or whatever it was that whatever it is that you do, imagine if there was a way that they could then hear the energy or see the energy being spoken, right? It's so magnetic, it's so powerful. And what light language is going to do is it's going to open you up as a channel. It's going to help you access your heart's wisdom a lot more, so that you can speak it out loud, right? So that's really gonna give everything that you do, it's going to supercharge it. So I'm going to be helping you to get really clear on what are the next steps for you to take as well. Like, what's your life purpose, okay? And the thing is, with your life purpose, you just being here is your life purpose, right? You knowing and recognizing yourself as a light worker, you're anchoring the light, okay? However, there's something more than that, okay? Because you know that you're here to be of service. You know that you're here to give your gift. You know that you're here to do your healing work, right? And yet something is holding you back. So it's like, well, what is that? What is that thing that's holding you back? And we can make lots of excuses up for ourselves, like it's just not the time yet. And that might be true. It might be. I'm not saying that that's not the case. It definitely can be. But a lot of the time it's actually not, right? Because I know within myself, I just wanted, there's that feeling, there's that calling of, I just want to give my gift. I just want to be of service. Yeah, I just don't want to do all of the business and marketing and all of that side of things as well, right? I just knew that deep down it was time for me to be doing that, but I just didn't know exactly what the right steps were. And that's because there aren't any right steps. It's you just expressing yourself. It's you just being you. The more you are, the more your people are going to come to you. And light language activates you, like you're bringing more of you to the table, and people can feel that because people love authenticity. There's so much out there now with AI and things, people not writing their own stuff, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, I'm not, but it can look a little bit samey, and I'm not throwing shade at any of it, because every now and then I will put things in AI, but I think that we need to, there's something about your unique voice, and it's really just you talking like you would to your friends, but telling them about what it is that you do, okay? So in months 3 to 4, we're really going to be working through throat chakra blocks, okay? We're going to be, working through this light worker persecution thing, right? Where, we've all had past lives and things like that haven't been probably great. And this is some of the work that we're going to be doing, but we're not going to be like looking too deeply into past lives. It's more working with that feeling of being afraid of putting yourself out there. And there's going to be such a lot of support for you in this space, okay? Because there's a few people enrolled in it already, and they're all beautiful. And I really wanted to do this as a community journey, because I know a lot of people don't always have other people to practice on, and I really wanted that to be a thing so that they can get really confident in their gifts and support one another with, just helping one another to really just speak their truth online. So we're going to be doing a lot of that work in months 3 to 4. I am going to be teaching you, of course, some of the practical side of things as well. Like, what are the different options for showing up on social media? Like how to do mind, body, spirit events, like putting sessions together and packages and things like that, and just getting started with all of that, like helping you to structure, courses and things like that, if that's what you want to do, right? Because you're going to channel the idea, and then I'm going to help you to implement it. I'm going to be like a sounding board to help you through this process, and so with the rest of the community. So that's going to be months 3 to 4. And then in 5 to 6, that's where you're going to be really like starting to sell your gifts and services, right? You're going to be giving people an opportunity to work with you. You're going to start receiving financial exchange, right, for what it is that you do. Yeah, and I can't guarantee that that's definitely going to happen, because I'm not making guarantees with any of this, because it's going to depend on you, because I'm going to be giving you the tools. I'm going to be guiding you on the path of how to actually sell, okay, and how to receive financial exchange, okay? But if you follow the program, then that is what's going to happen, is you're going to start to attract clients and start receiving money for this, for your work. Because being a light worker, it's about you. For me, I tell you what it looks like, right? And of course, it's not about the money, because even if I won the lottery, I'd still be doing this. That is a reality. I love what I do. I absolutely love it. However, I do have bills to pay. It's important for me to do self-care things. It's important, these things are important, and I'm not going to I refuse to live in a state of depletion. And I had to make that decision for myself. And when I made that decision, everything opened up for me. Yeah, because there's only so much that you can do when you're not receiving financial exchange, when you're not receiving financial flow for your services. You can only help people so much. When you start to receive and allow the exchange of money, the exchange of abundance in, you can then do so much more. So we're going to be doing a lot of money manifestation and mindset, but we're going to do it by working with the angels and by working with the light codes, with the light language as well, because what that's going to do is it's going to raise your frequency around money, around business, around all of this stuff. So I don't really think of myself as a business coach. That's not really what it is. That I just don't resonate personally with that. I am a channel that activates your channeling abilities, and from that, the result of that is you will start to have a successful healing business. You'll start to manifest clients. You will speak your truth online, in person, in public. You'll start to build your community, okay, with my help, and you will start to receive financial exchange for your gifts and services. Now, who is this for? Okay, so this is for anybody, light workers and healers, so coaches, therapists, Reiki practitioners, light language people, because we're going to go deep with the light language stuff, okay? Anybody that's doing quantum work, anything like that, anyone that's a spiritual entrepreneur, okay, that's who it's for. And where you are on the journey, you can either be still in a 9-to-5 and building up your business, or perhaps you've had your business for a little while, maybe 1, 2, 3 years even, and you just feel stuck, you feel stagnant, you feel like it's time for a change in direction, you feel like nothing's happening, you're ready to give up, and you're sick of it, and you're burnt out and all this stuff, right? Because this is really going to bring you home to yourself, because that's what light language does, right? And you are going to reactivate everything, okay? And you're going to bring that passion back, bring that fire back into what it is that you do, because I'm really going to help you to remember who you are throughout this process and why you are here. Because when you know that, everything else is easy. It's a lot easier. And I'm not saying there's not going to be hard work involved, because there absolutely will be. And again, it's not from a state of pressure, right? But that is a reality. If you want a business, a healing business, that is the reality of this, okay? It is work, but it's worth it. And it's not work that, you know, exhausts you or that you feel resentful about, because it's so incredibly rewarding. Okay, so how it's delivered: it is delivered via Zoom calls. We're doing 3 a month. So there's going to be one quantum, there's going to be one that's more like of an energy work one. I call them quantum activation journeys. So we're going to be doing healing work, you know, regression, activations, upgrades, DNA clearing, all of that sort of stuff in these particular sessions. Like, and I can't, the thing is, I can't really say exactly what it's going to be at this point, because I work on a collective basis, right? So it's like I tune into what the group needs and make content based on that. I channel what is needed, and that's why it's really powerful. So I'm going to be doing like an energetic call, where, you know, we're going to be doing clearing and all of that stuff. I'm going to do one that is more like of a masterclass, that's giving you more of the practical side of things that I would like for you to implement. And that's going to be one that's a bit more structured, and it's got like steps that are broken down. And then there's going to be another call that's like purely just Q&A and live coaching, where you just come into me and going, oh my God, I can't do this thing or whatever, because that is a reality of these situations. Everyone gets in their heads and they make it harder than it is, because I've done that. And then you just need someone to go, no, actually it's like this. Like, you know, I'm just going to support you with going within and returning to your truth and returning to your power. So some of it's going to be pre-recorded as well, because I will be doing that. I'm going to have a private Facebook Messenger group, private Facebook Messenger chat, not a group, because I feel like a lot of the time with what happens with these groups is you just get lost in translation with all of the other groups. And if you have a messenger, obviously you can put it on mute. It's just a bit nicer and a bit more intimate for you to be able to chat to one another, and I'll hop in there 2 or 3 times a week and answer any questions as much as I can. I may well, if with some of the questions, I might just collate them and then just answer them all like on a video, on a pre-recorded video. So you're going to be getting tons of support basically. And yeah, there's pre-work and bonuses in there already. You can have, if you feel called to it, you are more than welcome to have a 15-minute call with myself. Or you can just sign up. I'll go through the investment in a moment. You can ask me, you can message me and ask me any questions if you want to do that. So, okay, the investment then. So this is the first time that I am doing this program. I have been working with people one-to-one on their businesses, and they've successfully now manifested healing businesses that are full time and receiving financial exchange. So I have got testimonials for those. I need to actually put them on the website. So this is a group container, okay, that is delivered over 6 months. Okay, so the full cost for this, to pay it in full, is £1,111. There is a payment plan option, which is 6 payments of 190, and then there is also a 9-month payment plan, which is £128. So for this type of container, that is incredibly reasonable, especially compared to what I have paid for in the past. So if you are called to it, I would love to have you. Okay, I can't guarantee that I'm going to be doing it again. I might. If I do, though, I can definitely say that the cost will be going up. And the reason for that is because it will be the second time that I've run it. There will be more energy behind it. And I also believe in expanding. Okay, so if you are called to it, now is definitely going to be the next time. I'm more than happy, as I said, to have a call with you, to have a chat with you, to see if this is right for you. You can reach out to me by all means. It is, I can feel the energy of it, and the few that have signed up for it, the few people that have signed up for it already have said the same thing. It is going to be something, and honestly, I'm being totally honest here, and I'm not blowing my own trumpet. I've never ever seen anything else like this, like what it is that I'm doing with the light language, with working with your angels, with getting you to channel your own path, and then including all of the practical side and the steps and all of that as well. To, like, I've never seen anything like this that anyone else is doing. I mean, to be fair, I don't really follow like other people anyway, but like I haven't. So it is something that is really unique, and it is very much tailored for the light workers, because I feel that it's something that is so needed now on this planet, with people really accessing their hearts and not just learning more stuff, but really putting themselves out there and really sharing their gifts, because it's time. If you're watching this still, something is calling you and it's time. And I would love nothing more than to support you on this journey. Okay, so do reach out. I'm sending you lots of love, and I will see you very soon.